the stage Professor Dr. Aminu Ayuba.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this occasion, and I'm privileged to be here in Malaysia for the second time to deliver a keynote address on this 4th Asian International Conference. Let me, first of all, begin by saying that the issue of Asia, the Academia, Society and Industry Alliance, is established simply to pursue what is a symbiotic partnership between the industry, academia, and the society, but not restricted to these particular areas of globalization, risks and uncertainty, innovation, government policy and regulations, technology changes, diversity, global economic complexity, information overload, supply chain, and strategic thinking and problem-solving issues. Well, what I try to look at here is that I try to look at my understanding of what Asia means, which I say my paper here focuses on managing global education, that is, globalization of management education, in the sense that a perception I have about Asia is simply to have the ability of foreseeing these issues to educate managers, because the essence of the academia is to produce competent scholars, public administrators in the society, in the industry. We produce graduates in order to work in these industries, to work in the society. So the kind of this partnership alliance, I say, one, we have to look at the issue of globalization. We have talked much about globalization. My issue here is simply to say that managers must therefore seek a better understanding of international markets, cultures, through better information gathering, analysis and interpretation in order to assist in taking good management decisions, which I expect that is the focus. Then we say in terms of risks and uncertainty, we say as managers, we have to remember that for managers to solve these problems, they have to develop a proactive strategy approach in terms of planning, forecasting, projecting the outcome of businesses at a given situation. That is the normal thing that we expect as managers in the public sector. Then we have to look at the concept of innovation. There is need to become more innovative and still maintain a sense of good control over organizations, which remain a success factor for any business today. We said the concept of running business enterprises to be innovative. We try as much as possible to be innovative in the sense that our business will prosper. So those who are operating in the industry or those who are managing the public service, you must have the ability to bring up changes, innovation in our system. When we look at, for those of us that are in Africa, we say there are innovation in management education. When I was in primary school, we started with blackboard. We were trained under a blackboard. When I came to the university, I saw a green board. After graduation, throughout my university days, I have not seen anything like whiteboard. But today, we have whiteboard, magnetic ink character board, etc. These are all innovation in our educational system. So in every life business, we expect that there should be innovation in our life. So as managers, we should try as much as possible to bring some changes, innovations that will improve. In Africa, if you go, in the process of running good businesses, if you can produce any product, especially for ladies, whereby you say, when you are 40, by the time you rub this particular pomade, you look 18. Oh, the type of market you will get is more than expected. So these are the type of which improve innovation in our system. Then the other aspect is government policy and regulations. Whatever type of business we run, we have to look at government regulations. We have to understand government policy and the implications in business. The other aspect, technological changes. As managers, we need to acquaint ourselves with technological development that affect businesses. Because now, whatever business you are running, you have to move with the technology. Otherwise, you will be aged out. You will be out of business. The other aspect is cultural diversity. Lack of cultural diversity within many large companies' leadership team, we need people from diverse culture. I'm happy to be here under the Asia simply because it has portrayed what? Different culture. If you look at the speakers that appeared here this morning up to today, we are people from different cultural background, and which gives a good opportunity for integration and business success. The other one is global economic complicity. In terms of global economic complicity, we are saying that the problem is how to develop better system thinking capabilities that managers can design business models, processes, products, and services in such a way that it will minimize complicities. We try as much as possible to design systems. The last speaker has shown us different types of systems that are designed in order to what? To reduce emission. And that is what we expect in terms of the technological changes as managers. We can't continue to practice things the way they are in the older system. Then, information overload. What we refer to here, we said, when there are too many information in a message, managers faces information overload that will lead to little or no response. If this particular conference is to be held in one particular aspect of our life, one particular venue, will be overloaded. At the end of the day, we will not understand anything. I think that is why the Asia decided to make it a parallel session in such a way that we can understand these things easily. So the concept that for manager to be overloaded with information, if found in this situation, managers need to ensure proper information flow for decision making. Then on supply chain, we said this call for proactive measures to develop a supply chain strategy that not only ensure the lowest cost, but also minimize risk of crippling supply chain disruption. In terms of strategic thinking, we say as managers, we need to be strategic in terms of our thinking so as to improve our efficiency in terms of output that is expected from our own organizations. Now, when we talk of globalization of management education, we are talking about how do you globalize management education? How do we make management education to become effective? We said we have to follow a procedure. We have to start with from the faculty level. We want to bring changes. It has to involve the staff and the students to be able to manage intercultural diversity by reviving our curriculum. There is a need for us to revise our curriculum. There is a need to have a better curriculum for management education. We said based on this one, we said the essence is we have developed a system here that we said this is the best system that will improve globalization of management education. We said if we want to look at management education, first of all, we have to structure the curriculum. When we structure the curriculum, then we look at ways at which we can impart intercultural sensitivity in terms of our curriculum. Then we move to establishment of offshore campuses in various parts of the world. With that, we are encouraging the development, the globalization of management education. Then at the same time, we move by using the multicultural management games in handling projects and good global orientation. Then the last one, with the second to last one, we move to understanding collaboration, partnership with foreign players, which I believe this is one of the key aspects of Asia, connecting Asia, in such a way that we have partnership with foreign players. Then the last one is conducting distance and ITC mediated education, which means we need to digitalize our educational system. With that, we can globalize the management education system. Now, we say based on this one, we say the other aspect which I need to press here in terms of globalization of management education is the position of Malaysia itself as a country. As a Nigerian, I'm proud to say here that it is my candid belief that Malaysia is a country that can be described as a reservoir of knowledge. Because, one, Malaysia has helped many Nigerians to acquire higher education, to have master's, PhD, which I felt to be, it is an alternative sources of foreign earnings to the Malaysian government. Because Nigerian government has spent so much in terms of investment in education by sending our youth to Malaysia to acquire higher education. So many universities in Malaysia have trained young Nigerians up to doctoral level that are today occupying key position in our universities in Nigeria. And at the same time, we are hoping that very soon they will take up the future leadership of the country, which I believe by the time our Nigerian graduates that graduates from Malaysia, if they take over the leadership of the country, I think we will call ourselves maybe second Malaysia because of the orientation they have received from the Malaysian universities. So I think with this, I will only say here that I am also appealing to the Asia, that is the Academia, Society and Industry Alliance, to extend their hand of friendship to Nigerian universities. That is through what? Through the Academy of Management Nigeria and also through the Institute of Business Diplomacy and Financial Management and the National University Commission to establish good collaboration, linkages and exchange of management ideas and innovation with our Manufacturers Association of Nigeria for the advancement of university industry research for the improvement of human existence in our daily life. So what I expect from the Asia is to extend this friendship in such a way that we will have a good collaboration with the National University Commission, then at the same time with the two societal organizations that I'm heading. As I said, I'm the president of the Academy of Management Nigeria, and at the same time, I'm the president and chairman, Nigerian Institute of Business Diplomacy and Financial Management, which my standing before you here now is that I am not appealing only to Asia, but I am appealing to all the participants that we are free to establish good linkages, exchange programs that will promote development in terms of management education and other related disciplines. In view of that, I think any interested member, participants here that wants to join any of the academy can meet Dr. Aliu Chikaji so that you will get the form and then you can enroll to become a member. With that, I said it may interest you to know that we are all here today as part of human capital development through the Asia in conjunction with UTM in bringing together scholars engaged in research onto the unique solution to social and industrial problems as well as theoretical contribution to the respective field. And we have seen how Asia has brought about different scholars in engineering, science, and today we are in the management conferences, which I believe that each and every one of us have enjoyed these papers. And that is what we expect in terms of linkages. Because the assumption is that science has no much relevance to management, not knowing that science is an integral part of management education. With it, I think with the recent increase in our battle globalization in the economy, we are facing a lot of challenges in the academia. What I propose in my mind here is that Asia should be able to establish good linkage, because if you look at what we had this morning or the future, the emphasis is on the academia. I'm appealing to the Asia in such a way that they should be connecting us with the industry. That is, bringing people from the industry to give us good talks, and at the same time, people from the society, mayors, local government chairmen, municipal leadership, etc., so that they will be able to tell us how they manage the society. In view of this, I think, let me seize this opportunity to thank Professor Dr. Amaran Rasli, Vice Chancellor, Summit University, for giving me the opportunity to participate at this conference. I would further like to thank you all, the distinguished delegates and speakers this morning, for having the opportunity, and I trust your deliberation will be thoughtful, frank, and enriching at the end of the conference. Thank you very much.